Welcome to the UMBC Coach's Corner. This is Steve Levy. For the first of many times this year, we're now sitting down with acting head men's basketball coach Aki Thomas. And Coach Thomas, your life took a dramatic change last week. Talk about what it's been like over the last 7 or so days as you now take the reins of UMBC basketball.
Well, Steve, it's been hectic. We had a lot of mixed emotions going on at one time, and had to try to implement a program in 7 days. You know, we had a lot of things that were changing. Some things remained the same, but most of the things were changing, and guys responded well. For me personally, it's just been a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of organizing and preparing, just trying to make sure we are where we want to be, you know, where we wanted to be when practice started, and we got there. I thought we got there, you know, staff-wise. I got good people around me that have helped me.
What were the first couple things you did, or maybe the first couple people you called once it came down that you were going to be taking over?
Well, other than key administrators, other than that, the first person I spoke with was Fred Canner, the head strength and conditioning coach, and we sat down for about an hour. We talked about the vision that I had and the things I wanted him to do with our program, and it was a great conversation. Then spoke with Jessica Hammond. She's our academic service person, and her and John Kindred, who works directly with our team. And we went over some study hall things, just a couple different things that I implemented and bounced some ideas off of them, and had another great meeting. And those were the first three people that I spoke with on Monday after everything happened.
Any outside mentor, anybody that's been key in your life, your coaching career, basketball career, that you've talked to in the interim period to help you get through this process?
Well, definitely. I played for Frankie Allen when he was at Howard University, and I called him right away. And we spoke for quite a while. Frankie's very long-winded, and he told me a lot of things, a lot of good advice. He even sent me some things, and that was a very, very important phone call for me. I have a mentor. I call him Mac. His name is Mac McDonald. That I grew up around in New York City. And he's been like a father to me, and I spoke with him. He actually came down. We had dinner, and he's been a mentor of mine for 15, 20 years, and spoke with him. And just a lot of people in the coaching world have called and reached out to me and showed their support. So I've gotten tremendous support. My wife has been great. As you know, we just had a child a year ago, and that's a whole nother issue, and she's been great. I mean, she's been very supportive. So that's, yeah.
Once the ball goes up, it won't be totally foreign to you, because you have had a couple experiences over the last 2 years as the head coach against Niagara 2 years ago here, and then at Stony Brook last year. Will those experiences, you think they'll help you at all as you get set for November 9th against Penn?
Absolutely, they absolutely will. I tell you what, the difference in the two situations, the Niagara game was a home game. It was a very emotional setting. We hadn't won a game yet, and it was just a lot of different emotions going on with that aspect of it. The Stony Brook game prepared me, even though we didn't have success in that game, we didn't win the game, but it prepared me more for a situation like this because we had to travel. I actually Coach Monroe was gone for a good week. I mean, he was dealing with the loss of his aunt, and I pretty much had to run the program for the week that he was gone. We didn't have a lot of contact because he was busy with his family.
Right.
So that situation prepared me more, per se, than the Niagara game did.
Coach, every coach wants to put his or her stamp on a program. I'm sure you probably feel the same way. When fans come to the rack, when fans see you guys on the road, what do you want them to see in a UMBC basketball program?
Well, they'll see exciting basketball. We'll get up and down and score in transition when we can. We will definitely rebound the ball. I think we have a core group of guys on our team now that can really hit the glass and rebound the ball, and I'm huge on that. I'm huge on rebounding the ball. So we'll get a lot of stops, and we'll get out and run some, and we'll make good decisions. We'll share the ball. My teams will share the basketball.
And finally, how would you characterize the first weekend of practice? Obviously, you've worked with these guys for the fall and everything like that, but I guess it gets started for real once the actual practice jerseys go on and things of that nature. So how would you characterize weekend number one?
Weekend number one was definitely a success. We had some good intensity. Guys worked hard. Guys responded to the transition much better than I thought they would, much better than I expected, because there's still some emotions there, clearly. That's expected.
Right.
And but we had three really good practices. I think yesterday's practice was the best one, intensity-wise. Guys were getting after each other. Guys were pushing each other. Guys were helping each other. So we've made strides in 3 days that I didn't really see at first happening. But I'm very happy with the practices we've had so far.
Coach, we certainly appreciate the visit, the first of very many this season, and best of luck as you make UMBC basketball your own this coming season.
Thanks, Steve.
This is Steve Levy for Coach's Corner. We'll see you next time.